A report recently was revealed that LeBron James was investigated for steroid use and was cleared. Okay. But there are doubts that still linger. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that subscribe button, y'all, and put all your people on it. Okay. Ho, NBA superstar, legend, the man I hold as the second greatest player of all time until I go back and do my full COVID research. Gotta look at that early three-peat. Okay. I'm still a youngin'. I'm still on what, 15, 16, 17 years old now, okay? I was just learning the game myself around that time from my high school coach, Keith Barnes. Shout out, Coach Lee, okay? I go back and look at that again. People try to, you know, tell me that Kobe was carried by Shaq and everything like that. I know that wasn't the case, but I want to see, what the discrepancy was between the two. But as of right now, I got Bron as the second greatest player of all time. Well, I read that whole article though. Some of this shit just don't add up. The article states that the investigators found that Bron did nothing wrong. Okay. There was no wrongdoing on LeBron James's behalf. Okay. However, they're telling me that his partner, his road dog, his right hand man, Randy Mims, that he was taking some shit. Okay. That he never gave it to LeBron. Okay. And then I heard on another source that he was taking it for weight loss or something like that. All right, the article reads this. According to the investigation, Mims purchased drugs from Acevedo for personal use, and he was never charged with any crime or interviewed by authorities. Okay, now they go on to quote this. I guess this is directly up out of the investigation. Mims' purchases of testosterone, a Schedule 3 controlled substance, and metabolism boosting injections, and a blood draw by an unlicensed phlebotomist provided by Acevedo are described in federal documents as being done for his personal use, Fish wrote. Acevedo told authorities Mims paid him $300 a purchase and remained a client for about 2 months before he stopped making buys after complaining about how the drugs made him feel. Okay. It says it was confirmed by DEA agent Kevin Stanfield that the activity that linked Mims was solely for his own personal use because of his weight. He's apparently an overweight guy, Stanfield confirmed to ESPN, and he went to him at Acevedo by possibly getting some testosterone treatment stuff that they were giving a bunch of overweight guys in Miami, and they dropped a lot of weight. Okay. It continues. Mims was apparently referred to Acevedo through Alexander. According to the documents, there were nearly a dozen referrals from the trainer to Acevedo. As for Alexander, Acevedo told authorities the trainer initially paid him for drugs, but the duo later worked out a deal whereby Alexander would receive substances for free in return for referring new clients to Acevedo, Fish wrote. Among the referrals, Acevedo said, was Mims. As for Alexander's connection to James, it had been known that he had worked with Alexander during his time for the Heat and Cavs. However, documents identified Alexander as James's wife's personal trainer. There were also documents that showed that James's wife and Alexander co-owned a cold pressed juice and smoothie business at the time. It goes on to say explicitly, though, that there was never any indication that LeBron James did anything wrong, and that also LeBron didn't know that he nor his wife were being investigated as a part of the biogenesis probe. Okay. So, again, everything points to Mims getting the shit for weight loss, and that it was just happened to be a connection there, and also a connection with a guy who was training Savannah James from White. I hope that this shit is 100% true. I hope that. I hope that. Because if LeBron James, if it ever comes out in some tell-all book, some scathing book that addresses any secrets, that LeBron James was on steroids, that shit would hit differently than Barry Bonds. Because Barry Bonds was amazing before he allegedly took steroids. And I think most motherfuckers with common sense, just looking at early career Barry Bonds versus later career Barry Bonds, like, okay, something went on. But he was amazing before that. He was amazing as a pirate. Okay. He was a 40-40 guy, 40 home runs, 40 steals. He was a gold glover. He was amazing before that. And he was ungodly afterwards. Just, oh my God, I ain't never seen nothing like it. But he wasn't beloved by the culture like LeBron. Sammy Sosa either. Like that 1998 season with him and McGuire was magical, and people enjoyed it. Casual motherfuckers enjoyed it. Folks that don't even like baseball enjoyed it. But Sammy Sosa wasn't beloved by the culture. I'm talking about black culture now, like LeBron James is. Lance Armstrong. I think people were amazed that he won so much, after dealing with cancer and everything like that. And I think people in the culture were inspired by that because I did see a lot of those Live Strong little bracelets and shit. Cancer ain't got no race, it ain't got no name. It affects everybody. It has affected my family. And again, thanks to all of you who prayed for my mother and my mother-in-law. So it was like when it came out though that Lance Armstrong had cheated, it was kind of like, uh, folks were disheartened by it because it was such a great story. But he wasn't beloved by the culture like that. LeBron though, this LeBron we talking about. But like a lot of those other motherfuckers, a lot of them got better as they aged, and you kind of look at it like, damn, how is this motherfucker whooping Father Time's ass? And I wouldn't say Bron is better now than he was in 2013. But for somebody his size still be able to do what he does, it is amazing. And I had told myself, because see, I was one of those motherfuckers, 98, glued to the TV, watching Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire. I loved the Cubs back then, you know. So I was glued to the TV, rooting for Sammy. They had me fooled. I remember Barry Bonds and hoping he wasn't juiced. Just hoping. Wanting him to get a World Series title. I want to say I think they win and lost to the Angels, if I'm not mistaken. I remember watching that series. But when Lance Armstrong, when that shit hit, I remember saying to myself, if it don't make sense, I ain't gonna believe this shit no more. I'm just not buying it. And right now, the way Brun keep on ticking like this, it don't make sense. But I hope it's just that boy liked it. That's what I hope. Cause kind of like what George Foreman did, kind of inspired, your middle-aged guys to shit. You can still get out there and do it and compete with these young guys. You gotta keep yourself in shape. That's what Bron can do. Me and bro the same age. I'm gonna be 39 in a couple weeks. He gonna be 39 later on this year. So I hope that when these motherfuckers say LeBron James cleared of all wrongdoing and that just coincidental. I hope that shit is true. Because it would be catastrophic for his legacy and possibly for the NBA. I'm not saying folks stop watching the NBA, but I'm saying when a mega star like that get hit, that would hurt. Adam Silver would have some shit on his hand. Now, and for any motherfucker out there that might say, well, oh, why you even talking about this? Why would you even bring it up? Come on, man. As I said about Deion Sanders, these motherfuckers are not gods now. These motherfuckers are not infallible. Okay. Uh I'm reading a book right now about Walter Payton. I'm almost finished. I learned some shit about sweetness I had never heard for in my life. I'll address that when I'm finished with the book. Uh Reading the Jordan rules. I learned shit about Michael Jordan I had never heard. I mean, that book came out before The Last Dance. So a lot of that shit that was revealed in The Last Dance, it been out there. Muhammad Ali. In my research about him, I've learned some shit. My boy's religious belief helped motivate him to stand up to the United States government. But it couldn't motivate him to keep his dick in his pants. Like, these guys are not infallible, y'all. So it ain't far-fetched that a 6'9", 260, 70-pound motherfucker that run like the wind and jump damn near from the free throw line might be on some. But I hope that's not the case. Put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.